Hello guys, today I want to create a simple but powerful HTTP server in Node.js that can process income requests, create response, and also show proper error message to the client. For this example, I will use HTTP module. So if you have not installed this module yet, please run this command in terminal. Okay, as I'm using WebStorm, I open terminal with Alt F12, and here I will just need to type npm install http. That's it. For those that they are not using WebStorm and they are using other editors, first you need to open the terminal cmd and make sure that when you want to run this command, you are in the project folder. Okay, so now we have basically whatever we need to code. So let's start coding. I need to create few objects from modules. The first object that I want to create is HTTP, which I will create it from the HTTP module. Okay, HTTP module helps you to process response and request. Basically, any request that comes to the server can be handled by this module. The second is URL. Why we need this one? This module helps you to work with any URL. You can read the URL, you can extract value from the URL, and that's it. Okay, the next one is path. Is that pass require. Why we need path? If you want to work with any path in your project, if you want to create or read any path, or you want to make sure that the path you created is correct, you need to use this module. The fourth one is fs. Fs is created from the same module name, which is fs. Fs helps you to work with file. If you want to read file, create file, and all the activities, get the status about the file, you need to work with this. Okay, now the next step is to create an array of all the file format that we want our server to process. So const me, this is what I name my array. Okay, there are few files that I want our server to process. Basically, the first and the most important one is HTML, text/HTML. Oh my god, what's wrong with this keyboard? Okay, the next is JPEG, which is image/JPEG. Okay, the next one is JPG. Okay, image JPG. The fourth one, I'll try to go for JS, which is JavaScript. Text JavaScript. And the last one that I want to create is CSS, which is again text/CSS. Now we have the array of all the file formats that we want to pass, or we want our server to process. Let's make it a bit. Okay, here now I remove this extra space. Okay, now the next step is to create the server. To create the server, we need to call this function http dot create server. Okay, and now we need to have a callback function. This function has accept two parameters. First is request and the second is response. Okay, so we assume that the request comes to the server. When the request comes, this function will be triggered. Okay, and what we need to get from the request is the name and the path, the name of file that is requested and actually the path. So how we can get the name? First we need to create a URI, just a variable URL dot parse. Okay, what we need to pass is the request URL. So anything, this is rec, okay, request.url. So we pass the URL and we want to get the path name. In order to show what is returned to this URL, I'll try to show it in the terminal. The second, we want to get the name of file. So file name equal to path. Now we are using path because we are working with the directory and path. So we want to join. What we want to join? We want to join the project folder to file name. So how we can do it? Process.cwd. What cwd is doing, which is a function, is exactly returning the directory of this file, the file that is running. So, and we want to join this one with the URI. Okay, so I think we are good for here. Let's put this one in the log as well, file name. Okay, now we want to get the status of the file. So we create just state, so just a variable. We put in the try cache. I will tell you why. So what we need, how we can get the status of the file. Now we have the file name, which is a full file name. For example, the result should be like this: c/Node.js / for example, I don't know, project, and then slash maybe the page, the file that is requested is HTML, right? For example, index.html. This is exactly that this function and this line of the code return back to us the full path. Okay, so when you have the full path, you can pass it to this function, state equal to fs. Now we want to use fs state sync, and we pass the file name to here. So when we pass the file name to this function goes to that directory and check the status of the file. So we are saying that if something's happened, okay, we assume that the server wants to reach to that directory, but the directory doesn't exist or whatever reason, we want to catch the error, right? So catch E. Okay, now we want to post or show an error to the to user. So this response dot write head. Okay, so basically the head should be 404 because the directory or the file doesn't exist, and the content dash type equal to, for example, text slash plain. Okay, that's fine. Now what we want to post, res dot write. Okay, this is what we all like it, right? Not found. Okay, that's it. Now we need to make sure that we close the request, the response as well. Okay, so this is what we are doing in cache. Okay, I think we are good until now. Let me go. Okay, so let me check the thing. Okay, it's closed here. What is this for? No, this one. Okay, that's all the brackets. Oops, I think this one is not okay. Okay, oops, no, I don't need this one, right? I think something is missing here. What is this? Accepting new line. Okay, so we don't need this one. Let's see, where is the problem? Okay, I think I need to move this one to the second line. Okay, next line. Okay, that's cool. So what we did until here, we get the path, then with this path we try to get the full name, which is path, all the directory and file name, and now we try to get the status of that file. We want to know that whether this file exists or not. If it doesn't exist, so we will show this one. What if the file exists? Now we want to check whether this is a file or is the directory. So we say if stats dot is file. Okay, so if it's file, then do this for me. Okay, so what we want to do is var mim type, call the mim types. So this one has s and this one without s. This one is referring to this array. Okay, so we want to get the file format. So path dot extension name, file name, then split by dot, and then reverse, right? Okay, so and then read the first cell. Okay, this one is fine. And now we want to read the file and send it to the client. So it means that we are trying to create response. So write header, write head. So this is the correct and okay response, so should be 200 the code, and the content type is exactly the same. So the content type should be like this: content dash type. Okay, the content should be exactly what we are reading. Okay, so does it make sense? So I need to put in the bracket. So because we don't know that what file is requested from server, but we know that our server only process this file, right? So we pass the file format, which is this one, this part, to this content type equal to the type, the file type. Okay, now what we need is to create a stream reader, where file stream equal to fs dot create read a stream, file name. Okay, done. So what we do here is that we create a file, read a stream, we pass the file name, which is the path, and file name, we pass it to this, and then this file stream read the file and expose it to the request. How is like this: file stream, okay, dot pipe, and we ask the pipe to read the file and send it back to the response. For this response, we don't need any end. Okay, we don't need any end. So let's see what's again missing here. Okay, we have a parenthesis here. Okay, let me see what is missing. Okay, a statement. What statement expected? Not this one. Okay, let's see what is wrong. Oh, I made a silly mistake here. So, and then I need to remove this one. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, so what if it's not a file? For example, else if state, okay, that is directory. What if it's directory? So again, we need to process this one. So if it's directory, we do this. Okay, right head, okay, to 302. Okay, and the file format is location, okay, equal to index.html. So basically, if it's pointing to the directory, the default file that we are looking for is index.html. Okay, so we are good for here, and then we should respond.end should end it. Okay, so okay, we are good here. Let me move this one a bit up. Okay, now what else we need here? We need to tell our server to listen to the port. So which port? Okay, listen to port, for example 888. This is my favorite port. Okay, let's run the project to see what we get. Oops, something is missing here. Okay, 934. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Okay, this one fine. Unresolved function. Oh, it's a typo. Okay, let's run it. Oops. Create server HTTP. Oh my god, why I'm making so much? It's HTTP, not HTTP. Okay, again. Okay, now our server is running. To make it a bit professional, we come here and we write something on the console, log server is up and running. Okay, did okay, we have it. Okay, server is up and running. Let's test server. I'm running my Firefox developer version. I hope it runs okay here. Localhost love.html. Haha. Okay. Wow, 404 not found. That's cool. Yes, because by default it goes to the index.html if we go to the directory. Let's create one file here. We call it the root Node.html. For example, programmer. Okay, that's it. Create, and then let's type something here. H4. This is my page. La 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 la. Okay, that's cool. So let's run the server again. Okay, now we come here and we work for programmer.html. Wow, okay, let's see what's happening. Extension, oh, this one cannot be found. Oops, my battery is low. I hope that I can finish it. Okay, yeah, I think it's correct because this one doesn't have S. It should have S, and then to make sure that the file is correct. Where was it? Why I okay, okay, I'll put it here. Okay, that's now it's correct. Run and request again. Wow, one more. Okay, reverse programmer.html. Oh wow, man, I made so many typo. I can't believe. Okay, things happen. I normally make lots of typo, but not that much. Okay, and one more thing. Oh, okay, file name is not defined. Yeah, it's, I think, really something wrong with me. File name, oh my god. Okay, I hope this round is okay. Yeah, okay, so we got our server. It's processing the file for us. So let's review again. Regardless of all the issues, all the silly mistakes that I had, I want to explain a bit more for you. So we have these modules: HTTP to request, respond to process, respond and request, URL to work with URL, path to work with path, and FS to work with file. We have this array that contains all the file format that our server can process for us. Here, when the request comes to the server, this function will be executed, and then it will start from here. First we get the URL, we get the path, then we get the file name, process CWD, refer to the file, to the path that the project is running, this file is running. Okay, we define a variable, we call it state, and then with this lState sync we get the status of the file name. So this file name contains the path and the file name. Okay, we pass it to this, and then the state has the latest status of that file or folder. If, oh my god, so if something happens, error happens, comes to this page, file doesn't found, file not found, and that's it. And if it's file, if it's not error, it comes here, we try to get the file type by diff command, then we create a header, we create a stream reader to read the file, we execute this function which is pipe, and we send it to the basically we ask this pipe to fill the response for us. But if it's directory, so we can process the directory. So what we do, we redirect to the index.html. Okay, and our server is listening to port 8888. Okay, thank you so much. Sorry for all the silly mistakes that I made. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Bye bye.